Welcome to Tech with Aman, and in this video we'll be looking what are Kafka consumers and how they work and how parallelization is achieved using these Kafka consumers. And I have created a few more videos in this Kafka tutorial series. You can find the link in I button. And let's start. So you have implemented Kafka and your application want to read messages from Kafka. So you have most probably integrated Kafka using some library. So your application will use APIs provided by that library to create the consumer instance. And that consumer instance will subscribe to the topic in Kafka. Okay. So here basically what's happening is your application and it has Kafka consumer instance, and this is subscribing to, let's say this is our topic T1 and this is subscribing to this topic T1. Okay, this is how it works. So you basically need to subscribe to a topic to consume its data. Okay, so the next is the poll loop. So what is the poll loop? Basically poll loop, the Kafka consumer work on the ideology of pulling data. So basically whenever the Kafka consumer will go to the Kafka and ask for more data, it will provide data, then it will come back to that data and it will process that data. Okay, let me show you with an example. So this is our example here, and yeah, this is, so basically first the polling happens. So for polling, this ask for the data, consumer asks for the data from the topic, basically Kafka broker, which will provide data from that topic. Okay, and this data is sent to the consumer, and after polling, the process of deserializations happen. So basically here we know that data is in byte, it need to be converted to some object. Okay, so this deserialization, here the process of deserializations happen, and we have to while producing that message we serialize that data, while consuming it we need to deserialize that data to object. Okay, so this is the process of deserialization here. So after that the processing of the message happens. So in processing, like you can be doing anything, you can be sending a message SMS to your customer, you will be ingesting that data inside some DB, you might be ingesting that into some, let's say, search, elastic search, so that you can search that data or provide reports about that data. So these kind of things can be happen in processing. This completely depends on you. So this is like this deserialization and polling happens into the library which you will be using. Okay, so you have to just write this part basically, and while creating the instance of this consumer, you need to provide some configurations like which topic you need to connect to, and the IP or DNS of the Kafka, and these kind of stuff, and few more configuration you need to provide. We will cover these important configurations in some other video. Okay, so let's get back to the slides. Yeah. So the poll loop happens, after that deserialization of that message happens, and after that the message is being processed. Okay, so processing we have already discussed, it can be implemented by us, it can be anything. Okay, so next point, multiple consumers can subscribe to a single topic. So basically in Kafka, as we know, like we can have multiple consumers also, and these multiple consumers can subscribe to a single Kafka topic. Okay, so let me show you an example of this also. Yeah, so this is the example, and here let's start from here. Okay, so let's say we have a notification topic and it has 4 partitions. If you don't know about the partitions, go to I button, there is a video about the partitions, like why we need partitions, how these partitions are useful. Okay, so let's say we have 4 partitions, partition 1 2 3 4, and we have a consumer, one consumer here So this single consumer will read data from all of these four partitions. Okay, and like we are doing like very just logging the data after pulling at it from Kafka. So for this, single consumer can do it. But the problem arises when you like your workload is very heavy, like you are taking, your consumer is taking, let's say 3-4 seconds to process the data, and the messages are coming very fast inside that Kafka topic. So here we need to like scale our consumer so that we can process more data. Okay, so for scaling, what we can do is we can add two consumers. So we have added two consumers, and these partitions will be divided between these consumers. Like Kafka will automatically rebalance these partitions, and the consumers will be this. Let's say this consumer one is reading from partition 1 and partition 2. Consumer 2 is reading from partition 3 and 4. Okay, this can be case. So now let's say we have handled our load, and let's say we are taking more time, like messages are coming at more pace. Then what we have to do is we have to scale our consumers more. So basically we have added four consumers. These four consumers are reading from these four partitions, and like they, it is the fastest like processing we can do. So let's say we are not able to cope up with the like inflow of message. So what we have to do is we might have to add more partitions here. Let's say partition 5, partition 6. Then we need to like increase the consumers also, like consumer 5, consumer 6. So this is how, like if you need more parallelization, like you need to do more work parallelly, then you need more partitions. So while creating the topic on Kafka, you should like know how many partitions you will need beforehand. Like these can be increased or decreased later, but like if it's good to have rough number of partitions which your my application might be using. Okay, so let's look into this scenario also. Like we have four partitions, and let's say we have five consumers. So here, like four consumers will be consuming from four partitions, but fifth consumer will be sitting idle. So it will not get any data from any partitions, because all of these partitions are already booked, and they already have consumers. So if some consumers dies, let's say consumer 3 dies, then this start reading from this partition. Okay, this can happen, but you can have at most as many consumers as number of partitions. Let's get back to our slides. So we have discussed like multiple consumers can subscribe to a single topic, and this point also we have already discussed, like if consumers are more than partitions, then some consumers have to sit idle. So we have already discussed this in previous like diagram. Next point is read the message in order which they are processed. So basically, as we have seen in last video, like we are reading from a partition, like consumer is reading from a partition, so it will read messages in like a series from those partitions. Let's say we have a partition, we have message 1 2 3 4 5, and consumer is consuming C1. So it will be reading from this from, let's say the consumer C1 just came up. Okay, so it will start reading from offset 0 0, and it will read up to the last offset. Okay, so it will read 0, then 1, then 2, 3, 4, 5. So in this order it will read messages from the Kafka topic, basically partition. Okay, so if it is reading from multiple partition, so it might be possible like first it will be reading 0 from this, 1 from this, and then 0 from this, 1 from this. So so all the messages from this partition will be ordered, like 0 will be processed before 1, 1 will be processed before 2, but we cannot guarantee that this 1 will be processed before this 2 from other partition. Okay, so it is not possible, and we have thoroughly discussed this inside our producer video. You can find it in I button. So the messages are being read in the order which produced. And consumer like keep track of offsets. So basically, let's say I'm consumer C1, so I keep my like track of my offsets. Okay, so let's say the consumer C1 dies, so whenever it comes up back again, so like per partition we have we have track of the offsets which has been read. Okay, let me explain it. So basically, let's say same example, 1 2 3 4 5 6. So this consumer C1, and it is reading from it, and let's say it read this 2 and 3, and the consumer C1 dies. Okay, so in this case we have a special like topic which contains the offset which the consumer C1 has read. Okay, so these offsets are stored inside the Kafka itself. There is a separate topic for it, and whenever this consumer C1 comes back again, then it will read that data, that metadata from that topic, and it is called offset topic. And this offset topic will provide like you have read up to 3, and it will start reading from the next offset, so it will start reading from 4 5 and 6. This is how it happens. Yeah, so this is the name of the topic. It basically contains all the consumer data, like up to which offset the consumer have read, which partitions. So basically this stores this data. We will see the like how data is stored in this consumer offset topic while like going through the command line tutorial videos. So I'll show you like what data is being stored there and how it is being used. Okay, so guys, I think that's all you need to know about a consumer. So basically consumers pull data from the Kafka topic and then deserialize it, then process it. Okay, and so for parallelization we will be basically adding more and more consumers, and to add more consumers we need more and more partitions. Let's say we have 5 partitions, so we can have at most 5 consumers. Okay, so we if we in that case if we need to increase more parallelization, then what we have to do is we have to increase the number of partitions. After that we can increase the number of consumers. Okay, and the messages which are stored inside these partitions will be read in order by the consumers, and all of the consumers keep track of their read message offsets to the this consumer underscore offsets topic. So whenever a consumer dies, and like whenever a consumer read from the Kafka, and it store at that time, it store its offset, like up to this offset I have read inside this topic, consumer offsets topic. And whenever it dies and comes up back, then it pull the data from the consumer offset and check like up to which offset I have read the data, and then start reading from like from that offset. Okay, so this is all, and hope you like the video. So if you like the video, please like this video, do share your questions in the comments, and subscribe to my channel for more Kafka related videos. Thank you.